Dashboard. And we're live. Hello. It is about 7 minutes to 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. on Saturday, April 28th. And we're making indie games. When last we left off, I think, shit. Okay. It's been a long time since the last stream. I think last time we left off, actually I have it up. Yes, okay. So I've spent most of the time from the last stream until this stream still working on this path stuff. Last time I was streaming, I was trying to figure out how to make some kind of progression line through the world. If you recall, I think I ended somewhere around here, where I realized I just wanted to make it a ribbon. After that, you can see what happened later in the week. I'm not sure what the difference is here. This is just me tuning the ribbon a bit. I was playing around with what I want the icons to be, because I knew I didn't want, like, a dot. So I actually had a lot of stuff I tried and deleted in there. I went back and I completed making all the ribbons, so you could see the path you can take, the optional side paths you could take, and so forth. Then I did a bunch of level design work, figuring out how I want that to actually be, and I reworked it. I know I want to have something where the ribbons connect and you can kind of like pull the book and the different elements out from the world. And so I kind of started working towards that. This is just me trying to figure out how that looks. And then I tried to tie it all together. There's a lot missing in between here and here. I decided to try... Okay, I might have lost my mind a bit here. I decided to try several things at once. I thought it would be cool if the end thing that you hit... Hey Tom, what's up, man? Let me just finish the intro. I thought it'd be cool if the end thing you hit was like a tuner, like you were tuning a bass guitar. And I want it to be that as you go through the world, you'd hit these end locations and they would kind of like tighten up bass strings. And I thought that would look cool, and I thought it would solve a lot of like weird art problems. Like whenever you fall off the world, I could just have like a random bass strings fling you back up and stuff like that. So it would feel like there was kind of more purpose to the world. So this is me, like, I made the icons into tuners. And you can see... I got rid of most of it, and I'll explain why in a second. For a while, I'd replaced most of the end stuff in the world with something like this. And I thought it'd be cool if the icon and what you saw in the world was the same, and I don't know, I was just really excited about this whole idea. It was a mess. It didn't pan out at all. For a lot of reasons. For one thing, trying to structure it so that the path hits the termination point, like the end goal for every level, was making the icons just overlap and look shitty, and it's very difficult to parse, like to see. It was hard enough, I should have known this would happen, like it was hard enough to get something where it looks like you're moving along a track and that there's a dot at each level. Like that was already impossible. Trying to make that happen, but the dot was also always at the end location, was just not going to look elegant or good in any way, no matter what I tried. So I moved away from that. And what I'm in the process of moving towards now, you can see it's still kind of a fucking mess. I still want to have the... I'm just simplifying the path a bit, and where the icon is not necessarily where the end location is, and I'm going to go back to having the endpoints be the music stands again, because I kind of like that. What is cool, the one thing about this idea I am keeping, if it works, I don't know if I should make sure it worked before I started the intro. Yeah, okay. So like you start the game, boing! The idea that as you tune the guitar, like as you tune the upright bass, that should probably wrap all the way around here, but the strings snap you to the next level. That's cool. That will stay. In general, it all looks hideous and it's all a work in progress, but I think I know what I want to do now. So now it's a matter of... I feel like I moved all the furniture from one end of the room to the other, and I'm moving it back again, but it's kind of what I'm doing for the rest of the night, I think. It's moving towards that. Thanks, Tom. I'm glad you like it. Are the puzzles separate from the overworld, or do you just continuously play through? You continuously play through the whole thing. It's all one big thread. I mean, there's side levels. Okay. So, like, I can unlock all to just show you what's going on here. And it gets a mess right now. So, give me a break here, okay? Like, you would be amazed at how much of a pain in the ass it was to get this to get a line to go through the world that looked like you knew which direction it's going. I'm still not there yet, obviously, because I don't know why I worked so hard to get this to look good and then thought it was a good idea to fucking throw it away and try something else, but whatever. The other thing is, with this, back when I was doing this one, I had the line going over the world and I would just fade it out when you had the camera go into each level. But I kind of like that it's persistent in the world at all times. Like, I thought that was cool, but obviously that means I have to completely rework where the line is, and I haven't done it yet. Like, you can see the purple, the trombones line is still where it was before. But yeah, so this line is for the piano/accordion player. This is for Rue. And you can play through the crit path, and I'm thinking I'm going to make the optional side levels, like, this is an optional side path, and if you take this, if you take her side path and you also unlock it on the drummer side, then it will pop out this level, and then you can do, like, the combo levels with, oh shit, did these buttons not work? Oh, well, let's fix that. Oh, there's one that works. Instead of just, like, some of them not work. The fuck? Anyway. Then you get to do little optional levels with both characters. That's the goal. Alright, so, now that I said that, I should probably do the thing I just said, huh? Chris Wade, are you new, man? I don't remember you, but I'm forgetful. And now I'm stalling. Okay, so the goal tonight is all these levels where I replaced the music stand with this hideous piece of shit. I should have done more experimentation before I decided to just wholesale replace everything. I was overly excited. I was like, this is a great idea. It animated it and shit. It's not a great idea. It's a terrible idea. So, let's move them back. Yeah, let's do that. No, let's get the spline to look right first. Because who knows, man? Hey, Spastic, what's up, man? So... I think that's also mandatory. This one's next. Okay, yeah. want it to feel like... See, I don't know if I can keep this up. I like that it tightens around the level. So I kind of like it when they hug the whole level, but the problem is if I extend this too far over, it'll overlap with the trombones line, the purple line. You would not believe what a pain in the ass this has been. Like, this is, like... been a surprisingly large pain in the ass. Anyway, yeah. And I can't change the order because this one's harder than this one. This one introduces a new concept, so... it's kind of just gotta be the way it is. Wah, wah. H. Yeah, that's about it, man. Hey, Middle, what's up, man? I'm glad you like it, Spastic. It's gonna be... if you look at the trailer that's in the stuff below, I'm gonna move back towards that. It's like the colors are all over the place. I'm trying really hard not to noodle on a lot of the art stuff until I get some of the basic motifs in, and it's killing me. Oh shit, hey William, what's up, man? I was creeping on your stream earlier, but I didn't say anything. Not earlier today. I think it was yesterday. I was in the middle of the madness at the moment. Yeah, it was lovely today too. I took an actual break and went for a walk. It was gorgeous in Boston. Holy shit. Is this okay? T-Bot 8. After this comes 8, 2. This one. Followed by 9. Okay. Hey, Numbat. Oh, man. I feel like I can see into your future, William. You're gonna, like, get that bike, get way too into it, become one of those people that bikes, like, across the country and shit. Long flowing hair in the wind. I always bring that up because I'm jealous of his hair. It's an accomplishment. I feel like I want to wrap around, but will that be okay? So, you know, like, where the hell is this going? So I was talking about, I made a goddamn mess. About 4. Okay. Is that supposed to see water spreading the level? No, it's temp art, man. Don't judge. It's fog. It's like a fog machine. The world's gonna have fog. I'm still playing with it. We'll see. I reserve the right to change all this. If you've been watching the stream, like, this element has changed 18 times. I think... Let's see. Oh, this is more of, like, me experimenting and realizing how fucked I was. About here was when I was like, this'll never work. That was, like, the best I could get it to look. But you can actually go back in time. See what this game used to look like. A couple months ago, there was one mic. It's back when I thought it'd be a record. This is me trying to plan out it being a record. This is me first coming up with fog. I think I streamed, like, all of this, too. This is the beginning. It's back when it looked real shitty. Yeah, that was like... I think this is January when I first clicked the levels together. That was the first version in January. Now it's here-ish. But it'll be better than that in a second. God damn it. There's a fly. He escaped. How are you doing the instant visible layer in Photoshop? What do you mean? I mean, I just print screen and then I paste and it creates a layer. And I just do that. And then every now and then, like, I usually... So, like... Here was me rethinking about where I was going to put the... Like, I knew I wanted to cut this level and different things like that. The fly is on the microphone. I'm going to get it. Gotcha. It is now dead. I'm just clicking, dragging. Now you know. Now you know the sweet Photoshop hacks. Click and drag. Yeah, man, that's how you get carpal tunnel. Watch that shit. Though I will say, like, I got tendinitis early on in my career, and what fixed it was definitely not anything to, like, I tried all the alternative mouses and shit, but what fixed it was just getting a desk at a certain height. There's a reason why I sit on a pillow when I work. If your desk and you are at the right height, that solves everything for me, at least. That matters way more than getting, like, a fucking $400 mouse. For the record, guys, here's the deal. So, this I did spec out. See how eventually you'll be able to see the paths through the world, even in the very opening screen, even if you can't see the little turners. And these will just be dangling down, right, for the optional levels. And when you connect, like, once you've tightened up the world, then the strings will be tightened, just like you see right here. That's what this is. But the thing is, like, I have this one figured out, kind of. It'll look a lot better than that when I'm done. Okay. This will look something like this, but I have no idea what I'm going to do for this one yet. It's just a black square. So these two are the ones that connect up. And this is the level I'm messing with right now. So I don't really know where it's going to go. I'm just going to kind of pull it out and figure it out later. I think that one's gonna be, this one goes here, and like, this will connect up at some point. I just don't know how yet. TBD. But if it wrapped around this way. Oh wow. Trackball. No shit, seriously? Is that what you use in your stream? Later, William. What is SSC? Oh, you guys are talking about Unity. Okay. It's basically a foreign language. In Unreal, if you end up, if it takes a long time to pi, it's usually your own fucking fault. I mean, sometimes your game's complicated. And that's just gonna happen, but... What's more irritating in Unreal is it tends to mark a lot of things as dirty. Which will require them to recompile. Like, if you have to recompile every blueprint in your game in order to run, for instance, then you have a problem. And so figuring out what it... Like, if every now and then you gotta go through and fix up all your redirectors and stuff. Because every now and then it's just like... It decides that every time you run the game, absolutely everything is dirty. But again, like, the fix-up is just... Usually, you're like me and you've renamed things a million times and there's just redirectors referencing each other in some shitty way. Sausage Sports Club. Oh, we've talked about that. Or I've heard about that or something. Because I've heard about that. Do you stream? Have I lost my mind? Maybe I saw you in William's stream at one point. Dude, I met you, like, on the internet. Having weird deja vu. Oh, maybe I've creeped on you once. That would make sense. Lately I've had an odd issue of every load triggering a rediscovery. Dude, in the first few streams, I didn't realize Twitch was, like, gonna delete... Twitch deletes your streams after 2 months or something, so they're not here anymore. But, like, the first couple I did with Unreal, I had some kind of, like... I needed to check a box because... or something. I don't even know how to explain what happened, but basically, I had to... If this one thing got dirty, for whatever reason, this one blueprint, it was literally a half-hour recompile. Well, I recompiled blueprints. And in hindsight, it was because the element that was being recompiled was... Like, there was thousands of those in the world, so all I really needed to do was open an empty map and then recompile. But, I don't know, fucking hindsight's 2020. So there's a couple streams where I'm just like, I hit the compile button and hang out for half an hour. It was real bad. Does UE4 cache those changes after you load? Alright, I'll let you guys talk. You probably know more about this shit than me. See, now this is where it gets shitty. Like, I still can't parse what's going on down here. So this goes from here to here. And then is this the main track or the side track? What did I just click? Alright, wait, who's the main track? Oh god, they meet there. Fuck. Okay. Wait, so then what the hell? So see back there is this thing. Which is just a dead end. I see. I see. Oh, fuck that. 9-2. Optional level. Being a real pain in my ass. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with these, there's a major decision to make at some point, which is, I have each of these areas is like a combo level with the drummer and the accordion, and this is obviously like the main stage, right? Like this is the combo levels with all three. But it would be really nice if I had potentially 3 areas, just like we have 3 for the drummer and the accordion, for the trombone and the accordion. Like one here and one here, and that's why I have these kind of dead ends. And if I end up not doing that, because that would add at least 2 months to the project, so I shouldn't. So most likely I won't. If I end up not doing that, then I'll just turn this into an alternate route. My friend said I should just plan to have DLC where I do that, and I think that's bullshit. Anyway. So yeah, for now this is a dead end. That could potentially, I guess, link up to up here. Maybe I should just make it link up for now. To see what it'll look like when I inevitably give up. The icon should be... here. And what is this level that's visible? Oh, I stream on Mondays, Chris Wade. Every now and then I do a stream. I used to be more diligent about streaming during the week too, but usually I just do like 2-3 hour streams on Mondays. I find I get a lot more done when I'm not streaming. And I think like, I don't know, I go back and forth on how useful streaming is. It can be really fun. I've just been tired lately after work and stuff. For a while it was fun to just, before I had shown the trailer to anybody, to like hang out after work while I was working on this. Because I work at the Molasses Flood, so, or I own the Molasses Flood with several other people. So before I was doing that, working full-time and then working on this inside. And now I do both part-time. So I should probably stream more often. Like I should probably do it Fridays and Mondays. But I just get so much more done. And there's certain things, like I can tell you all my thoughts now, but I know these thoughts because I've been thinking them, right? Like, and I think it'd also be embarrassing if you just saw how much I redo shit. Like I don't think I could handle having you guys see just how fucking unfocused I am sometimes. Because like I said, I tried several different things for this. And this might completely change. You just gotta try shit. Like, the pain points for this are going to be figuring out how to get the... I know this from before. Getting this drummer path to make sense. I'm gonna have to change the colors drastically, obviously. And apparently, like, getting... So the main... I might just need to color the optional paths differently. That might be the trick here. Just have a lot of different colors. Or different icons. But either way, I'm like, alright, so... Go here and then there. You can't drop down that fast. And again, which one of these is the fucking main path? They overlap so hard. Okay. So what's going to happen is you are going to go through here now. You saw the trailer for Kind, by the way? That's kind of cool. On Twitter. It's working. The only thing harder than making a game is getting anybody else in the world to know that your game exists. Yeah, I'm really loving the fucking spline tools in this editor, man. The shit. Doing? That'd be fair. I've never messed with splines before. I think this is probably something I did. Maybe. So, like, ostensibly you'll be over there. What's your new shit? Oh, hey, Satyr. Sorry, let me catch up in the chat. It's true, Chris Wade. I like seeing that in other people's streams too. I just don't like it myself because it's embarrassing. Hey, Webslinger. Michael Mayhem, do we know each other? I know, like, I left... When I joined the Marvel Heroes team, it was... Jesus Christ. It was like the... Let me think. I started there... I was the 5th person on the team, right? Like, it was the 2 engineers, Josh Book, Jeff Lind, and Dave Brevik, and then me. So this was 6. Oh, you came on after the launch. Cool. I was about to say. I was like, I love those people. I grew that team. They were my people. Got it. Yeah, a lot changed over the years. Like, you have completely new owners by the end. Makes me sick how it all went down. But whatever. I'm sure they're all off doing amazing things now. I've been following Brevik's stuff on Twitter. Brevik's gone all solo dev too. That's the cool new thing. I bet he's so much happier doing that too. I remember when we first started, he was like so resistant to doing free to play. He was so like, this is not who I am. Like after Forest, he might have been my favorite designer to work with. Intensely practical. Super passionate. Wait, so like what the hell is this even? So you go down there. I haven't played it yet. Dude, I should make time for that one. I've been just only working. It's starting to crack. I actually blew off like hanging out and having fun last night. I canceled on Ichiro and Eitan so I could work, and I got a lot of shit for it. They didn't give me any shit at all. They were super understanding. It's hard to rebel against the system when everyone around you is so fucking supportive all the time. It's really cramping my style. But I'm glad it lurks below his code. I want him to make a comeback. I thought Brevik's GDC talk was fantastic too. It was completely, entirely him. Like, he didn't decide to be, you know, I don't know, nice for the camera or whatever the fuck. Like, that was just exactly his personality. And it's just so honest. He's like, we didn't know what we were doing, so we just fucking did shit. I'll never make it to what? Are you talking to me? Oh, sorry, I missed Jovik's. There we go. Oh, man. I don't know, Chris Wade. It was the latest talk he did. I caught it. I don't think he was talking about Diablo. At least a lot of the questions he answered, at least I remember being like, what was it like starting out back in the day? And he's just like, I don't know, we took on contracts that didn't make sense and we were deeply in the hole, but we didn't care. We had this one project that we did for the money, but we really only gave a shit about this other project. He's like so honest. And it is actually exactly like my experience is so totally like his. Mm. Yeah, when women get beards, it's a totally different situation, Alex. My blueprints inherently rebel against the system. Yeah, I'm not very good. Someday I'll go in and I'll clean it all up, especially because like I want to theoretically, like this is actually the first in a series of 3 games that I'll someday get to, if I ever finish this one, which is becoming more of a thing. I've got to finish this game this year. I've got to make a production plan and follow it, or my business partners will start to become significantly less supportive. Everyone's really been putting up with my bullshit for quite a while now, so I feel like I should probably do them a solid. Maybe I should just delete that until I know what it's gonna be. There's no sense trying to fix something. Yeah, just delete it for now. What even? Why are you splitting here? I see, that needs to come. Oh, fuck. You know, making this so really complicated. You're just gonna split off of this. You're just gonna stop being a little brat. Oh, no, yeah, that's not walkable. Okay. Pretty sure I just moved that back towards where it was before, but you know, what you gonna do? Difference being what? Let's terminate you here. What is this even? Oh, god damn it. Get rich or die Devon? I think we know what's gonna happen there for most people. We'll be playing on PlayStation. After Life of Black Tiger, this game I will be my new favorite on the PlayStation game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, man. Let me see if I can get this on PC. Then we'll talk about porting it later. I'm one person. And I'm not bright. And unless, like... Oh, God. Like, I've had to set up consoles before to build them. And even setting them to, like, dev on them is a chore. I can't even imagine building. Would a dire goldfish be a carp or a proper dire animal? I think a goldfish is a... It's a good question. Let's look at the definition of goldfish. Is there, like, different families? I mean, technically a goldfish is a kind of a carp. So it would be a dire goldfish, which is a kind of a carp. So in a way, yes, it would be a dire carp. Specifically, the type of dire carp that it would be a dire goldfish. Yes. Thank you, Wikipedia. So, why does none of this make sense still? Right, okay. So the problem is... Get through here. I like that you already think this is going to be your favorite game in the PlayStation. Despite the fact that you've seen very little of it. And I've never once said anything about the PlayStation. Nor do I even know a Sony rep. Like with a, I know people at Microsoft. I'm actually really bad at meeting people from Sony. I've never managed to do it. I don't think anybody does anymore, though. Oh, and a carp is a type of a cyprinidae. Learn something new every day. Seems like there's not too many new features. That's true. I think that most of the time when I hear about people griping about going to console, and like I know our stuff is almost entirely Fmod, which I have like a whole rant about, I think. Like, I think it's weird. Everyone hates Fmod. It goes on and on about how much they hate Fmod and how bad Fmod's integration into Unreal is. But everybody uses Fmod. Everybody. And I don't understand why. Like, if it's universally hated, then why do we all keep using it? Is there literally no alternative? I mean, there's also WWise, which is just Fmod but more expensive if you're more AAA. And the people that use that gripe about that too. I hope Unreal, like, their new audio engine stuff is fucking sick and we just dump all of this. Because I do know, like, Fmod was what made it such a pain in the ass to compile for anything that wasn't PC. It was our third-party stuff. And this game will have no third-party stuff because I'm not smart enough to figure that out. Like, the only thing will be maybe a plugin for the options screen that I'll buy off the marketplace out of necessity. Do you have a game on Steam since the Steam Direct system was put in? Or have you put your game on Steam? I mean, for this game so far, I've set up a wishlist page. Paid the $100 to do that. It was pretty simple. I know Tara did that. Last time I saw Tara, God, I gotta pop into one of her streams. Like, we keep running into each other in passing, and I meant to have lunch with her at PAX, like last PAX Prime. I ran into her and I was like, we should get lunch, and then I, like, flaked immediately. I was like, except I'm tired. Tara, we should get lunch. Okay, never mind. I'm tired. I'm really tired, Tara. And then I left. In my defense, I was insanely tired. She's cool. 2 streams a week? Cool. Shit. Yeah. I see them on Twitter every now and then. I'll pop into one of them. She definitely is more professional than me when it comes to, like, the streaming stuff. That's a low bar, I guess. She doesn't randomly stream from her basement. Without any fucking production values. Man, William Cheer, who was in here earlier, that guy's got production values up the wazoo. Like, I saw one of his YouTube videos, man. I don't know if he's making a game or a documentary. Or both. That guy knows his shit. I've never talked to anybody that doesn't hate their audio plugin. Yeah. Me neither. I have no solution there. How long did it take from the application to get a reply? Oh, did you just, So did you just apply to have a wishlist page, Michael Mayhem? I remember I freaked out because I wanted to be able to tell people to wishlist it when I dropped the trailer, and I was dropping the trailer at GDC. So I was like, oh my god, they have 4 days to make it so I can do this, and they did it in 2. Like, I applied, I hit the button, like, I hit submit, and then it was like, some amount of time, well, this will be real, and then 2 days later it was real. But I think they get up to 4 or 5 days. Like, I would read their thing. And from what I can tell, like, it seems like they've just got, like, a handful of people, and it's how many people are, like, how busy those people are this week. Maybe Bob's on vacation, in which case they only get through half of them. Or, like, maybe a lot of people submitted. Doesn't seem like a process that's automated in any way, from what I can tell. Well, I don't know. It does seem full random, though. You're right. There's hundreds of people that work at Valve. It's just they're not all working on making sure your Steam Direct game is verified, acceptable for wishlist page creation. about Campo Santo. Dude, alright, let me just have a moment. James Benson did this insanely heartfelt talk this year about how his dream was to work for, like, we were all talking about our personal and professional failures, and his goal in life was to work at Valve, and it's why he joined the industry, and he went through, like, how he applied, he failed, he worked on these, he made a bunch of emotes for, TF2, and they got really popular, and Valve flew him out for another interview, and then they turned him down, and, like, how this was how he eventually found success in his own way, working on Ori and the Blind Forest, and then eventually Campo Santo, and being the lead the lead animator on Firewatch, and how much that was fulfilling, and how he realized working for Valve wasn't his dream. His dream was just to be a successful animator, and he found a better way to do that, because now he's a lead and he's shipping games and stuff. And it was this beautiful talk. And then a couple months later, Valve buys his goddamn studio, which I think is just brilliant. Cool. Making a wishlist page. Shit's getting real. Oh god, you're not even connected to that. Oh, son of a bitch. This is just not gonna work. Maybe I can raise this level. Can I do that? Can I do that? Ooh. Maybe. It's kind of just floating there. Can't be. Yeah, let's do it. What level are you? It's kind of late in the game to be doing this shit, but you know what, man? Oops. Fuck. What's your level? This is not game code. This is my scratch pad. Get all select. Okay. Oh my god, am I gonna get away with this? Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking floating there. Like, I still haven't tightened up a lot of this area, so. Technically. The hell is this box down here? That's too high. I need to have something that shows the grid in this negative space. That's a huge problem. If I don't solve that problem, I'm fucking dead. I have no solutions for that yet. I might phone a friend on that one. Maybe that's why I was so low. Let's go stomp on the purple line now. It's kind of gonna be multiplayer. Do you want it to be? How do you picture that going? Son of a bitch. Where did... Oh no, no, we're good. Yeah. That's not terrible. I mean, it is terrible, but it won't be. The industry standard is each. That is true. I think that I would find that incredibly frustrating. Like, could you imagine if, in Thomas Was Alone, a person operated each of the characters independently? Do you think that would make it a better game? I don't know. It would make it a very different game. Also, just straight up, by the way, no, I'm not capable of making this multiplayer. I know it seems so effortless, what with PUBG out there and all, but it is not like a trivial thing to make a multiplayer game. I'm not a programmer. I don't even know where to begin with how how insanely not gonna happen that is. That's true. Portal 2. Man. I didn't play through the multiplayer Portal 2. I loved Portal and Portal 2. I just... The amount that that game made me nauseous. Like, I had to play that game one puzzle at a time. I tried to do 2 once and I basically threw up. Like, I struggled with that game, man. Yeah. And basically, that was an entirely separate game, right? Like, in Portal 2, the multiplayer was a completely different game. I'm betting almost with entirely different team working on it. I mean, I'm not saying, obviously, like, thematically it was the same and elements of it were the same. The mechanics were similar, obviously. But, like, and it was, what they made was incredibly fun. But, like, make no mistake, it was basically doubling their workload taking that on. Man. If Kind explodes... Yeah, Kind 2. We'll talk about it for Kind 2. I like that we all are on board with that. Alright, I tell you what, if I'm getting $100,000 a month, I'll kick $100,000 into making a multiplayer SKU. Fuck it, man. It'll probably take more than that. Obviously, to do it right, it would take way more than that. To do it shitty and wrong, even, it would probably take more than that. I mean, like, to do what they did with Portal 2 and, like, make a proper multiplayer version. That'd be interesting. I think if I was gonna make a multiplayer puzzle game, my instinct wouldn't be to do something where you work together. It would be to do something where you're competing. It wouldn't even really be multiplayer. It'd be like leaderboards. Stuff like that. A game where, a strategy or puzzle game where you're trying to do something faster than somebody else, or, maybe not like Opus Magnum, but I don't know what I'm thinking right now. I don't know. Something where when you succeed, somebody else has a harder time, maybe, or something along those lines. I don't know why, I just feel like competitive would be more fun. Yeah, I agree with you. Dead Valiant. Hey, what's up? Is not short. Should I use your real name? Oh, it feels weird. I'm weird on Twitch. I don't know what to do. Remember my first few streams, I literally didn't know how to end the stream. I thought I was like, I just started acting like I was a call with my mom. I was like, this has been great, talk to you later. Twitch is weird. Okay, what am I looking at right now? The goal is to make this progressively less shitty. So, how shitty is it? Well, pretty shitty. Like, that doesn't look good at all. Why are you even doing that, though? You know, like, why isn't this... Is this the one that comes... Yeah, like, why is... What are we fucking doing here? Don't do that. Where's your win condition? They just never give you one. That's cool. Sweet. Let's do that. It's not the final art style, I'm still working on it. And hey, Pengrim? So... Sorry, I'm getting back to you. Dead Valent. I'm still working on the art style. It's an iterative process. We'll see where it goes. How to get the sketched look, you're gonna need to be a little more specific. Most of this stuff is like planes with a line drawn on them, for instance. Here, give me a second to look at what this looks like. What the fuck is going on here? This is just a texture where I've scribbled. This is just like a card that has a scribble on it. This is real low-tech stuff here. Not really innovating as much as one might think. It's all just transparency cards, man. So, your tag is tbot08, your tbot. Oh, your tbot08 too. Is the whole thing? No. Oh, I guess maybe that was the deal. Maybe this. tbot9. Explain it. Am I adding a retrace? I am already doing that, actually. In a shitty way that I need to make better. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then that line will be straight, and that'll be easier to read. Getting there, guys. Let me show you. So, like, when you're behind things, they hide. This is not final. I obviously have a lot of work to do here. Oh, God. Doing that really made me sad. I have a lot of work to do here. We'll get there. I'm gonna finish this game. But yeah, I needed to stop noodling on the art for a bit to get in things like this. Figure out if this is going to work, for instance, for the main menu. My goal for April was to get the main menu completely figured out and to figure out where all the little side stages were going to be in the world. And to just generally tighten up the level and get people playing it and make sure the gameplay is good. Then I'll flip back to working on the art again. Because I spent like a solid... working on the trailer and stuff and getting that... just getting things to this point visually. And then making the trailer. So I basically spent like a couple months on just art stuff. So it was time to spend a bit of time figuring out design stuff. The main menu, because of what it is, it's also the world map, is a huge part of the design. So I kind of gotta get some traction on this. My goal was at the end of April to send out a bunch of keys, Steam keys, which I also figured out, to different people. Which gives me exactly about 48 hours to get this to a place where I can put it in someone's hands again. Not gonna lie, I might slip on that goal. We'll see, because I just don't feel like I figured this out entirely. But, admit it, like it took a long time to get here. And I have redone shit several times. But I think this is gonna be cool. Like, I like that you spring up. I like this idea. The color's crap and like it all needs to be prettier, but like, I like the meta of it. I like that if you fall off the world, now I've got an idea of what I'll do. I'll have like something snap you up again. I like the feeling of progression. I like everything about it. It's worth doing. Like the light's gonna be off until you complete. Yes, the idea is as you go through the world, you turn the world from blue to brown. And I did turn off the chase lighting. I think I'll always have the chase lighting going. I'm just getting some kind of like, I don't want to call it a memory leak. I'm getting some kind of thing where if I leave that going on long enough, after like 5 minutes, the game just drops in frame rate, and I don't know why. And it's just not important enough to figure out right now. So I'm just not gonna figure it out right now. Wait, so where are we here? Thanks, Metal. Glad you like it, man. So throwback, you're one of the first people I met on Twitch, Metal. It's good to see you around again. So you said before everyone uses Fmod. I realized I should probably know what that is, and now I'm installing it. Not sure how I didn't know about that before. Yeah, everyone uses Fmod. It's like, to the point where Mitchell, I'm working with this audio person who's like, never used Unreal before, and he was like, so we're gonna get Fmod, right? And I was like, what do you need Fmod for? And he's like, but I don't know. I just know that I'm supposed to ask for Fmod. It's like, can we try? Maybe to use what the editor comes with? I guess. It's like just an assumption at this point. But to be fair, I think we felt that way for a long time with Scaleform. I like Scaleform though. I think UMG is taking a long time to catch up with where Scaleform was. It's there now. I mean, UMG's not the best part of the engine, but yeah. Scaleform had its issues too. Whatever, I hope their new audio engine is sweet. I can't wait to see what they do with it. Alright, this is starting to look okay. So we have a path that you can take. This is the tightened up version. We'll do the loose version in a minute. Once I'm happy with. Maybe we should just do the tightened up version for the whole map, and then we'll do the loose version. Because there might be rework. And I need the, what do you call them? Knots? And I really call them points. I need the points on the spline to be the same number for both, so makes sense to do the whole map first. Anyway, I'm talking to myself. I guess it's kind of the point of Twitch though, isn't it? See, now that I did that, I kind of wanted to see if can I raise these levels too? Am I gonna just push my luck to that? These two are really tightly integrated, but I don't see why I can't just raise them up. As long as they don't stomp on this. It'd be 9 and 8 too. Like, why not, right? I mean, I guess. We're moving around some fundamental shit today. What does that get me? Oh, it just kind of... I'm gonna regret doing this. can't go any higher than that. Start to stomp on each other. Oh, you're already stomping on each other. Fuck. Well, no. Because... yeah, no. This is a stupid idea. Don't do it. Abort. Crap. What have I done? Oh crap. What have I done? Maybe I'd already done it. Yeah, okay, new plan. Don't fuck with that. Okay. Glad to hear it, Michael. Hey, Middle, I'm glad you're here, man. I mean, thank you for lurking. Thank you for saving my ass back in the day. I am still grateful for that. See, now some part of me feels like I know I've probably already touched this a million times, but like this should wrap around this level and go like this. It just should. I don't know what element's gonna be here, but that button down a bit. I'm like 90% sure we already tried this too. Like literally a minute ago. Do for you. You just connect up here somehow. What level are you even? Up to one, lowest this level, huh? So wait a minute, it goes... This level is optional? That seems ludicrous. That's right, that level's way hard. Hey, Calf. I can show you in a minute. This game is super broken right now, so it's hard to show you, but Kine is a narrative 3D puzzle game about a trio of machines that dream of being musicians, so they practice music at night. It's a grid-based puzzle game. This is your first character. She's adorable. Her name is Rue. I'm playing old levels, you're not seeing the new shit. Hold on, this is very important. You gotta see the new shit. Again, everything is super busted in temp right now, but the idea is, these are the tutorial levels. You move around in this world, solving increasingly harder puzzles. I'm gonna cheat and show you some other stuff. You pick up these other characters. This is the drummer. His name is Quat. No, don't fall off the world, Quat. Eventually, as you get further and further along, you unlock the side stages, and you can do little puzzles with each other. These buttons in the side stages are quite finicky. bumming me out a bit. These puzzles are significantly harder because you kind of gotta like move each other around and stuff. Yeah. And still not fall through the world. Eventually. Oh, I forgot about Euler. This is Euler. He's the trombone player. He's the most complicated. Obviously the most beautiful. But it's a bit of a struggle. Not the most efficient. But obviously the coolest. He's got 2 arms he has to manage. His control scheme is something that I'm constantly struggling with. Anyway, yeah, that's Euler. Eventually, you get our 3 little musicians up to the main stage. And then you get to do puzzles with all 3 of them. That's all super temp. And these puzzles are a huge pain in the ass. For you, not for me. I think they're great. This is kind. And that is what I'm making, Calv. That is not what Rue is short for. Nice try though, Leonard. Can't tell you what Rue is short for. You just have to know. Oh god. Our girl's into a shitty state. There we go. I broke us out of it. Yeah, what was I looking at? Okay. I feel like that's not terrible anymore. I mean, I'm gonna have to tweak it, but at least we got something started here. So let's definitely start on the really hard one, which is gonna be our drummer. Because this was not easy to figure out. And it's still bad. So this was what eventually broke me. Because to do this for real, like the initial path I had for him goes up through here, winds around this book, like around down here, jumps up here, winds around this side, and then goes back down, and there's just no fucking way that was gonna look remotely acceptable from, like, the 2 loops was gonna, like, it was cool in theory, but it, when I was trying to draw the path, it just, there's no way to message that to the player. It just looked like a mess. Nope, it's Rue. 2 O's. Euler can make music with Rue, and Quack can make music with Rue. But what if you could rotate the map for the menu screen? I don't want the player to have to work to select a level. Like, it's like, this is fine. I think, I know, I thought about it at one point, like, what if there was a camera on this side for the drummer, and then you, like, on the controller you'd hit the left bumper or something, and then it would be forward, and you'd see the accordion path. And then this side would be the trombone path. And then no matter what, yeah, but no. Like, it would have made things easier in some ways. Because obviously from here I could easily show you the drummer's path, right? But then again, I'd have to come up with a solution for the fact that most of the game cheats to the camera. And, like, there's a big old hole right here, for instance. And I can get away with that. There's assumptions I made so that I could cheat to this camera, the main menu. When you're in the game, you don't perceive it. At least you won't, because there's going to be some kind of fog or something filling in the negative space, and you're going to be close up enough that you won't perceive, you know, the gulf of nothing in the middle here. I don't know. I thought about it a lot. Trust me. I go back and forth, and I might change my mind again. So, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you can see through, and I can make that more visible too. This ribbon, you can see it through the world, right? It was just having 2 loops and then 6 levels. The one thing that would be nice would be if there was a way on the ribbon to indicate which direction it was going. Like if the scribbles were arrows or something. I thought about doing that for a while. In the end, honestly, like, I think what I've got here is better. Plus I needed to make some of these levels optional anyway. So like this is an optional level that'll unlock, I don't know what you call this, the folder. This is an optional level that'll unlock whatever the mystery big thing is that's gonna go right here. And this is the optional level for the book, but rather than in reality this level, like this ribbon's going up here. In reality, this level you start here and you play to here and then you jump down and you play over. But the ribbon is just ignoring that, right? In order to be readable to the player at all. But yeah, this is the hard part right here. This is my fucking nightmare right here. This has been the struggle. I'm about to struggle with it again. So what do I want to do here? If I recall, the drum path is 2 arms 1, 2 arms 4. Okay. So you finish this, you jump down to here. It's gonna be a jarring jump. Poop. You know... maybe I'll try it. Like if I just... I've gone down this path that I know won't work, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Just to prove that it won't work again to myself. Because if I could just get the ribbon over here. Just kiss the side of this level. And then have I tried raising this level? You know, that might gotta be at least. I could raise it like a unit. Maybe. I think I did try that at one point. No, that causes problems. God damn it. Yeah, you are where you are for a reason. Why are you saving onto this screen? That's silly. Yeah. Once I get in here and I do a proper art path. Right. So how would I possibly do this? You know, if I move this icon up. Several things need to happen here. You are not at the terminal location anymore. We're getting rid of that idea entirely. You are now here. Next thought. Is it possible? What map is loaded? Is it possible? So, like, maybe if I just have this one loop-de-loop. Maybe I could make that read. I need to get rid of this hideous element in the foreground. Yeah, you know, like, this has only ever been a bad idea. Oops. Voxel. I don't remember you following either, man. Welcome to the party. Looking cool is what we aspire to do here. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this loop-de-loop. I do feel like it's difficult to message. And I remember at one point I tried having to like thread the needle, like have this go around here and then down. There's a reason I moved away from this. It's just not. It's not gonna happen, guys. No matter how much I want it to. Cut this one. I think I already did. 2 arms. Yeah. It's just not gonna happen. So it'll be a bit weird because you'll terminate over here and that'll unlock something over here, but it'll be so much more readable. This icon goes here. What the hell am I gonna wrap around this level? Is it okay if I have it kinda do something like this? Let's try one more time. Maybe it'll work. It won't. I want it to. Like, what if it just... I've tried this before. Oh shit. Sorry, I've been... If you want to keep the camera angle, is Colored Scribbler. I see what you're saying. I thought about that, moving the world up or down and stuff like that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, so I had it like this at one point. I moved away from this for reasons. But I think it is, like, I like the idea of this being an S. This being an optional level. I think I fought this before because... I'm tired. I'm seeing spiders out of the corner of my eyes. There's no spider there. I'm just losing it. Okay, so... yeah. I like it. I like this level flow better, too. The question becomes, when do you jump up to this? Yeah, that's right. The question becomes the unlocks. I think, so... This button that's kind of floating here. I feel like... Ignore that this all looks like ass for a minute, please. What I want is for you to jump off of here and unlock mystery stage that doesn't exist yet. Which is a bit weird. Just kind of feel like you should be unlocking the book at this point. But, unfortunately, the book is the hardest one, so I wanted this to reach across and unlock the book. Also, like, there's no way for this to reach anything else. Also, I'm gonna have a bear of a time when I actually do this for real. Because you're... Oh no, that's right. So there's 3 levels here. This one and this one are crit path. This one in the middle is the one that unlocks the book. So, fall down through here, grab the book. Oh, this level across the top. What are you good for, man? I guess. There's a reason why I said things the way I did. But fuck those reasons. Hey, what the fuck? These 2 levels are way too close. You just... Oh. You can't get there from here. That's cute. And there's no other way to do this level. Can you get here from there? Uh-oh. Oh, fuck, I bet you can. Oh, shit. Oh, man, we're gonna call that a feature. That's kind of cool. Is there any way? Oh, God, I haven't been paying attention. I don't think there is. That's cute. Alright, I guess they're allowed to be next to each other. I don't think I planned that. There's gotta be a way to make this a problem. Just not seeing it yet. Whatever, it'll live for now. I can scooch this over one if I have to. Yeah. Look at YouTube to remind myself of what's going on. Is what like an upgrade? That's the accordion. It's the trombone, the drummer, and the accordion. Or the quatenru. Making music. Anyways. I can probably find a reason, like, this could curl down there or something. So it doesn't look like it belongs up here. Like it could curl and fall this way. And then where are you based? Back there, that's weird. Okay. So this is going to mystery stage, which will occupy something here, maybe? I hope. Fill in that ugly hole. Gotta figure out what that is, too. That was one of the things by the end of April I was gonna have that figured out. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I gotta do a highlights and regrets voiceover. Yeah, I'll go back later and be like the narrator. I'll be like, I thought I'd have this done by April.
She didn't get it done for the next 6 months.
Just make it terrible. Let's not do that. That sounds sad. Okay, so in this world where we're doing this, this icon needs to be over here. You know, this could work. I'm kind of digging it. I've never promised a deadline planner, and I'm not stupid enough to do that, man. Oh shit. Thank you, Planner, by the way. To Nightbot. What? Wait, is Nightbot here? Is this a joke? I'm supposed to enable that bot thing, aren't I? Anyway, yeah, this wasn't a deadline. In that deadlines aren't real unless, like, somebody else is involved. Like, if I had told somebody I will give you a build on this day, then it's a deadline. If I'm like, I should get a build together by this day that does this, it's not firm enough. You'll never keep those deadlines. At least I won't. I'm a total piece of shit. Because I know they're not real. Because they're imaginary. They're in my head. I actually need external deadlines. It's the only way I get anything fucking done. Like, knowing I had to show that trailer at GDC made me get it done long before GDC. It's just like a thing. The key is, for that kind of stuff, I honestly believe that, like, having things like E3 demos and things like demos especially are really healthy and good, because they force you to get the game into, like, a playable state that you can put it in someone's hand every now and then. Otherwise you can kind of noodle in theory land for a while. Like, I can tell you right now, I can rattle off like 10 bugs this game has. I'm just like, fixing this is not the most important thing. Every now and then fixing your bugs does need to be the most important thing, like randomly, periodically throughout your project. And demos are great because they force you to do that, so long as you're not doing throwaway work for your demo. If you're doing that,
You're doing it wrong.
that was my biggest gripe in AAA, the amount of effort we would put into shit that we would literally know was fake and about to be thrown away. Just for, like, some hands-on E3 demo or some shit. My god, was that stuff... Like, everybody knew. Even the people who are watching know that your fucking E3 demo is a load of bullshit. I don't even know who we're kidding anymore. Leonard. That's hilarious. I did see the UE4 booths at GDC. There was two. They were a hell of a thing. They were a sight to behold, Calf. Yeah, if you look at what was in the Bioshock Infinite E3 trailer versus what we shipped, I think you'll see quite a delta. But I mean, that's like for years past. The game was gonna change. Calv, are you from Epic? Oh shit. Tara's really spilling the beans on some shit. I can neither confirm nor deny what she said. Oh crap, I haven't been catching the streams lately. Sorry, Calv. Oh yeah, I have actually. I think I have seen... Yeah, I've creeped in your stream before, Calv. Cool, man. Because Chance moved off to Seattle. I'm trying to think of who I know. I only ever really knew Chance. Fucking love Chance. Chance is why I'm a UE4, like, fangirl to the max. Yeah, I heard. Work on it. We just met. Jesus. Give it time, Calf. Oh, you're... Alright, we're friends now. That's all it takes. That was fast. Compliment my game. Oh, I liked making the Flame of the Flood. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This game is all... You know this game's being made entirely in Blueprint, right? Are you new here, Calf? Or have you been creeping a while? Soviet shit. I can either confirm nor deny anything that Tara said. That's and I break NDAs like left and right, but that's pretty insane. No, I mean, I've been streaming since like September, slowly. Or on and off, Calv. I was just wondering if you were one of my regulars, but I don't think you are. It's groovy. Oh my god, where's my soda? There's my soda, okay. Sweet, man. Welcome to the party, Calv. Would you like to see the game? It's extremely broken. Shouldn't tell you that, you work for Epic. It's not broken for anything that's Epic's fault. It's broken because I broke everything so that I could make it cooler. This is Kine. Kine is a narrative 3D puzzle game about a trio of machines that dream of being musicians. This is Rue. She's adorable. I don't have the music on. As you go through the world, the music builds. You're slowly tuning a bass guitar, or an upright bass. This is kind of like the tutorial area. The game gets harder, which can unlock more levels. You pick up other instruments. One of the things that's broken is apparently buttons randomly don't work. Here's Rue's later form when she's an accordion. Oh no, don't die, Rue. That's the incorrect move. Wait, what do I do? Oh yeah. This. Let's pull out my little drummer. This quad. Sorry, everything's hella broken right now. But you kind of get the idea. Someday it won't be broken and there won't just be lines everywhere. This is Euler. Euler's complicated. He's got a lot of different angles he's got to manage. You get them along the way. There's some little side stages along the way for them to play on. Shit. God damn it, I just did the same shit. They can kind of stack on top of each other. Can move each other around. The game gets harder. Eventually, you unlock the main stage. This is all super temp art, please don't judge me. And then the shit gets very real. These levels are quite difficult. Because everybody's gotta move in concert. But yeah, it was kind. Welcome to the party. Oh, okay. Actually, I think we met PAX East a year or two ago. You guys had the Kickstarter t-shirts. Oh, we have? Alright, let me find you. What's your email? That's creepy. Was it an email with Dana? Oh, wait. Word. Hi, dude. I'm assuming you just sent me an email that said hi. Otherwise, this is very weird. Otherwise, somebody else just sent me an email that says hi. In which case, I'm just deeply confused. But yo, hey. Yeah, Silence, I made this game. Got it, yeah. Sorry, I'm still catching up with the chat. Gimbal is not friends with Euler. No, they're not friends at all. That'll come out in the second or third game. Gimbal's trouble. Euler's always getting all jammed up. It's no good. I'm glad you like it, Silence. It'll come out this year. Hopefully. It should come out this year. It'll come out this year. Trouble or trouble. Ouch. Oh, I do love me some. Oh, you didn't go to GDC? Man, I fucking love GDC. UE4, Epic showed up at GDC in force. You guys do not fuck around. It looks polished. Wow. It will be far more polished eventually, Silence. This is the beginning. I've been working on this. So I started out working only on the weekends back around August, September. And then I kind of started doing long weekends, like 3-day weekends, and I cut back my hours at work through March. And then after GDC, I've actually cut down to 3 days. I no longer work full-time. I now work 20 hours a week at my real job. And I work the rest of the week here on this. It's my solo project. Alright, it's cool to meet you, Calf. How did I come up with the idea for it? I think I've talked about this before. The first couple versions of, like, the very first version of this game was a competitive game where you took control of one or two robots and you attached different limbs to them that could, like, basically you had a certain number of points to spend, and you could have, like, a limb that would, if you attached this limb to the bottom, you could roll, but only in one direction, and your goal was to, like, push off of different things and kind of, like, stab each other or push each other off of the, off of, like, a world. Anyway, I pitched that project at work, and that did not take. But that, because of that, I got really into making grid-based stuff, little grid-based machines that initially were fighting. And then from there, that was... I made that prototype immediately after the Flame of the Flood launched, so that was over 2 years ago now. And then I tried a bunch of other stuff, and then I think I... like... a couple months later, I made a puzzle game out of it. I was like, alright, what can I actually do with this? Maybe I'll make a puzzle game. And it was crap. And so I scrapped it. And then I didn't touch this project again for anything to do with this. I didn't even work on a grid-based game at all for like 7 months or so. Probably quite a bit more than that. Then... I don't know. You can watch some of the streams where I was figuring out what this game was. They're all backed up to YouTube. You can literally watch me try to figure out what the hell it is I was making, slowly over time. It kind of just came together. Thanks, Calv. Dude, I like making trailers. I don't know if you know this about me. It's not really a secret. I enjoy making trailers. It's kind of my shit. I like when games have good music. There's a reason why things are turning out the way they are with Kine. But yeah, the Flame of the Flood was definitely, man. It was cool working with Chuck too. Like, he is legit. There's times when we called this agent, which he had to have because he's a maniac, to try to get a contract signed, and she couldn't get in contact with him for days because he had literally gone fishing and was off the grid and refused to be on the grid. Like, when he takes his off time very seriously. And yeah, he's like the chillest dude. He's so cool. Like, Chuck is just cool. I got to hang out with a band. That was our I don't know what you want to call it. After the game shipped, he happened to be playing in Boston, so we went backstage, we hung out with the band, and, like, he sang the Flame of the Flood soundtrack live on stage. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah. I think it sounds, but you're putting your lock on your bike, and then bam, eureka. Yeah, I don't have a bike. It's cold in Boston. It snows most of the year. I had a bike when I was in California, but I'm afraid I'm bikeless. But yeah. Rhyme is... I haven't played Rhyme yet. I need to get on that, Calf. Yeah, Planner 2 is stunning. Went for a long-ass walk along the Charles. More days like this. Anyway, Silence. You can actually see, like... I'm trying to remember how much is on there. You can definitely see before I had come up with the accordion shape. You can see when I was trying out something completely different for the drummer, where, like, you literally have to hit something every 4 beats, You can see me trying out different concepts. I think at one point, like, I had the idea that things would attach to you. I called it the barnacle system. So you're rolling around in the world, and if you rolled too close to something, it would attach to you, and then that was part of your limb. I might bring that back. That's interesting. Tried a bunch of shit. Yeah, the Bioshock team is sweet. I miss those people. I just did a podcast recently with the animator I used to sit next to. It was cool catching up with him. I never met Troy Baker. That was not in my wheelhouse. Also, nobody in-house really met him. He was recorded. Like, Ken might have gone to California a couple times, but I think mostly conference called. They were recorded out in California. They never came to Boston. I met with Pete Paquette, I was on a podcast with Pete Paquette. Oh yeah, the mocap team is a different department from the people who are recording voice. We didn't do the sweet thing where you record both at once. We were not that cool. Man, the whole team at Irrational was fantastic. I miss those guys quite a bit. Did I see the demo you did with the Andy Circus? No. I'm shockingly bad at keeping up with shit. Let's see, Andy Circus, UE4. Oh, I did see some of this. I'm ashamed to say this. I did see some of this. This was made into a GIF on Twitter. I saw the GIF on Twitter about this. Freaking me out, man. I think that's on the other side of the Uncanny Valley. But yeah, I have seen that. Sorry, I don't mean to be... I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because I'm tired. It's 10:35. Soon I must shower and then turn into a pumpkin. Maybe this way I can host. So you guys can all hang out because you're having a good chat. Oh, I don't know anybody that's streaming right now. I don't know any of these people. They might suck. Alright, I'm gonna go turn into a pumpkin. Or should I host them? Or raid them or whatever? Let's take a look. Are they streaming? They are live. Okay, I'll raid them. Let's do this. Alright, I'm off to bed. Check out, or Rural Games at the request of Calv. Oh, the. Good night. Ah, shit. She's ending it. Well, whatever. Goodbye anyway.